Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Comic Book Nerd. And in today's video, we have a very specific update on a very specific Avengers Doomsday plot leak that may have confirmed to be true. We're going to talk about it, break it down, of course, give our thoughts on it. We've already gone over it, but we will just kind of rehash it, go over it together. And yeah, it gets me super excited for Avengers Doomsday, I will say that. But first, if you are new to the channel, you already know what to do. Leave a like, subscribe, turn that bell on, as we do our best to post on this channel every single day. Later today, we'll have an update on Avengers Secret Wars, so stay tuned for that video as well. If you are into Marvel, Star Wars, DC, or pop culture, consider subscribing, hit the sub button, leave a comment down below. Also, happy 4th of July. Hopefully you guys are staying safe out there, no drinking and driving, all of that good stuff. And without further ado, let us go ahead and hop into this Avengers Doomsday plot leak. So, yesterday, or 2 days ago now at this point, John Campea on the John Campea Show confirmed that a Avengers Doomsday plot leak that leaked a few months ago is in fact true, and this is that plot leak. We are going to go over it scene by scene, talk about it, so bear with us here, but let's go ahead and talk about it. Avengers Doomsday opens in NYC on Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man's Earth. He's fighting Deadpool and Wolverine, who were sent there with a planet-killing bomb built by Beast to destroy Tobey's world in order to save their universe from an incursion. Tobey battles Hugh Jackman's Wolverine, who manages to plant the device. Wolverine stays behind and it detonates. Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, along with everyone on that Earth, are killed. Deadpool escapes and returns to his own Earth, which we see in the distance. Charles Xavier watches the destroyed world below with sadness, but they had no choice. 2 of 5. We then cut to Tony's funeral. Steve speaks with some of the heroes, including Ant-Man, before returning the stones. Now, keep in mind, I will say this, yesterday I did a YouTube short talking about how Paul Rudd's Ant-Man is likely going to die. Maybe they set that up in this scene here, but I do think he's not going to make it out of Avengers Secret Wars alive. He goes back in time and chooses to stay with Peggy. They have a son, Jim. One day, Loki visits them, and this is before the Loki Season 2 finale. He tells Steve about the TVA and warns him that they will soon prove his timeline because Steve was never meant to live there or have a son. Loki offers them a way out. He can take them to a universe where they don't exist and can live in peace, the Fantastic Four's universe. Before leaving, Loki gives Steve a special card to contact him. 3 of 5. Steve and his family lived there for 10 years. We then see Dr. Doom visiting Sue and Franklin. They clearly know each other. Doom says he has come to speak with Reed. He warns him about the incursions and reveals their universe is next. He proposes a plan, but they must travel with him to Earth 616. Doom also asks Reed whether it's possible from someone from another universe is living in theirs. They scan the planet and discover an anomaly, Steve and his family. They confront Steve, who recognizes them after living there for a decade. They explain the incursions and ask them to come to the 616 to help convince the Avengers to trust Doom's plan. They travel there, and Steve successfully persuades the heroes to listen. Next, they visit the X-Men's universe, but the X-Men are hostile. They've survived multiple incursions and trust no one. They assume the MCU heroes and the Fantastic Four have come to destroy them and attack. Reed and Dr. Doom their solution to build massive cannons on each Earth that will permanently separate the universes and stop the incursions. They will split into teams, and each one will go to another Earth to place a cannon there. Meanwhile, Steve tells Thor he met a Loki who is still alive. Thor asks Steve to take him to him. Using Loki's card, they locate the TVA, but when they arrive, everyone is dead and Loki has his heart ripped out. They realize Doom is responsible. Steve goes back to confront Doom, who reveals his true plan, to allow the incursions to happen so that he can rebuild the multiverse in his own image and resurrect his dead family. He takes Steve to his castle in Latveria on Earth. There, Steve meets Doom's followers, masked witches. One of them impersonates Peggy to manipulate him. 5 of 5. Doom reveals that Steve's presence in their universe is what triggered their incursion, because he didn't belong there. It also led to the death of Doom's family. Doom became obsessed with stopping the incursion, conducting dangerous experiments, one of which failed, killing his family and leaving him disfigured, forcing him to wear the armor and mask. As revenge, Doom kills Steve's son in front of him. Doom announces that the Avengers are coming and Latveria prepares for war. The Fantastic Four, the Avengers, and the X-Men unite and march on to Latveria. Thor prays to Odin, who sends an army from Valhalla to join the battle. A massive war erupts as Earths begin to collide. Eventually, the universes crash into each other and are destroyed, killing everyone except Doom, revealing that Doom stole Loki's power. So, that is the alleged Avengers Doomsday plot leak right there. First of all, I do think some of this leaks is true, and some aspects of this plot leak will definitely be in the film. But before the Russo brothers even started filming for Avengers Doomsday, they said that they have a plan to keep the big surprises and big leaks from getting out. And to this day, I think that remains true because, again, while this plot leak could be the main focus of the film, I know that the Russo brothers have some surprises and definitely have more than this plot leak in store for us in December. I just can't see a world where the whole plot leak for Avengers Doomsday got leaked online, and when we haven't heard anything about any other cameos or any surprises that the Russo brothers have in store for us from industry insiders, anything like that. So again, I think there's going to be more to this film than just this plot leak, and I'm not going to be shocked in the slightest if there is, because this film is so big. There are so many characters that they're going to get to. Characters that haven't even been announced to be in the film, like Monica Rambeau. Where is she going to be in the X-Men universe? She's going to play a big factor in that. There's also characters like the Fantastic Four, the extra characters in that universe that we have to get to as well. So, and then on top of that, it is a multiverse film, so there's probably going to be some different cameos. Maybe we see Doc Ock, Green Goblin, maybe they're hoping fight, of course, Deadpool, Wolverine, and Tobey Maguire's universe. But I just think that this specific plot leak probably is true or was true at one point in time, and I think that some of it remains true to this day. But again, I just don't see that how this is the full plot leak for Avengers Doomsday. This is the full plot for that film when we just, again, have so many characters to get to in such little time. And then, of course, we know Doom's going to win at the end, but I just think that Doom winning like that isn't really how it is going to go down. Yes, Steve Rogers is going to be a big part of it, but they still have a bunch of explaining to do when it comes to that whole aspect of the film. What happened with Steve when he went back in time. There's a lot of stuff that they have to get to. Ultimately, I think some of this is true, and I think this is just kind of a little bit of that because, again, there's so much that they have to get to in these next two films to wrap up the multiverse saga and to, of course, just kind of set up the next phase of the MCU in general. So, again, personally, I like this plot leak. I think it's great. I think it makes, of course, it kind of puts some points together for us, but I do think specifically there's going to be more than what it is in this plot leak to Avengers Doomsday. So ultimately, I know the Russo brothers are about to cook with Avengers Doomsday. If this plot leak does end up being true, of course, there's going to be some differences that's going to change by the end of December. We're in July. There's like 5 or 6 months still until the film releases. So there are going to be changes made to this plot, especially for them to keep leaks getting out there. There's just going to be a lot of changes. There's going to be a lot of different other stuff that we have to get to. I just don't see a world where this is the exact plot for Avengers Doomsday when there's so many characters to get to. But like I said, you guys, let me know your thoughts on this in the comments down below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, turn that bell on as we do our best to post on this channel every single day. Let me know what you think about this plot in Avengers Doomsday in the comments down below. I'm here for it. I really like it. But again, I just don't see a world where this is the full-on plot leak for the film. Let me know your thoughts on all of this in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, turn that bell on as we do our best to post on this channel every single day. Again, we're on the road to Doomsday, Secret Wars, Marvel, Star Wars, DC, pop culture, you name it. We are going to talk about it here on the channel. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Happy 4th of July. I will see you all in the next video. Peace.